Dear Mother and Father, it is I, your loving son, writing once again to let you know of life here in the Abbey. Birds are nestling snugly in the upper pine and birch trees. The crows incessantly call out at all times of day. Insects multiply with such force as to destroy any hope, my hope at least, of having any successful planting season. It is the start of the summer months. As our station here sits relatively close to the far distant ocean to our east, the humidity picks up with such surprising strength each and every day. Walking amidst the blazing sun, especially with our rough homespun Abbey clothing, dyed brown and bereft of any sort of beauty, one can feel his very bones and fleshy shell begin as if to melt off of him. I am not accustomed to a single pair of clothing, my darling parents, and I can tell you the constant strain that it is to smell myself involuntarily, no matter the time of day, wears on me a great deal. Fortunately, we are commanded to wash daily, both our clothing and ourselves, in the river about a league distant, which is my personal preference, or in tin buckets, as it were, for us to bathe in. And just a quick note, it is rather interesting just how clean all of us are in general. Excuse me. We avoid much sickness, plague, and mite infestation throughout our living quarters. Apparently, such was not always the case, and I'm assured that could change. Perhaps we are just especially blessed right now, in a season of blessing, as it were. That makes me think. Father, I know you are fond of obvious puns, so let me strike you with one I just assembled on the spot. A good pun. I'm not very good at this. Isn't there some kind of joke about a chicken or something? Oh. Yeah. No, I feel stupid. Why did the monk cross the road? He didn't, as leaving the Abbey without permission is forbidden. Anyway, so one thing that I have never been privileged to learn is to ride upon the saddle, or without one, for that matter. And the Abbey folk are determined to make a rider out of me yet. So, just last week actually, I was pulled along to the stables by a younger member, Brother Gleason, who demanded from stablemaster Brother Ian that I be taught to ride. Brother Ian, I have learned, is a man of few words, and is actually an elf. A somewhat unique point in that most of the Abbey is made up of humans like us. Brother Ian is tall, wiry, and very quiet. You must be careful not to miss the things he says whenever he does speak. Word is that he sings like an angel, though I have yet to hear him sing. So, Brother Ian allowed me to select a horse to ride. Without meaning to, I chose his favorite horse, Snickers. Now, Snickers is a beautiful roan, a draft horse of respectable strength and age, with newly shod hooves and a long, slashing tail. Brother Ian loves, and I mean loves, this horse, to the point where my allowances while riding Snickers seemed to actually cut back on what I could even attempt to learn while riding. Indeed, I requested to learn on another horse, but Brother Ian seems to believe that he must honor my original request, which I find honorable but unnecessary, and 2, that once a person learning to ride chooses a horse and starts upon them, they must continue on that horse. Otherwise, I suppose, Brother Ian believes that person may learn wrong. The imagination is enough, then, to picture my supreme awkwardness aboard this creature each time I set out. Or rather, am begrudgingly dragged out by Brother Ian to learn to ride better. To ride better, I must attempt other maneuvers and experience different pacing, speeds, and so on. Yet to do so potentially puts Snickers in danger. As a draft horse, I am told Snickers is not of the same caliber as another kind of horse. And please understand, as you know about me already, I must take these people at their word. I certainly don't know about horses. Anyway, I also now try my hand at plowing behind the furious strength of the horses and bulls we use for plowing. How marvelous, and yet boring, to assist, in a sense, the direction of these animals, as they literally pry apart the earth to furrow a passage. But the seeds we plant will necessarily become the fruits of our labor in the coming months. I stay busy, as you know. Life here is very routinized, standard, unchanging, and unsurprising, barring random events of happenstance. I desire something more, but something else holds me here. I believe this abbey holds more secrets, more adventure, more possibility than I can see right now. There must be some reason that the less pious of the brothers stays on year after year, whether they appear to be intelligent or lacking in mental skill and education. And I know the moment that I left, the possibility for me to discover such things dwindles to near zero. One final note. Please greet all my brothers and sisters for me by name, to let them know I have not forgotten them. I send back little strands of cloth to each of them. I know that will be a great trouble for you to pass out, with much argumentation amongst them. So be pleased to hear I have made all the slips of one color, bright orange. I know orange is not a common color where we live, so I sent it along, courtesy of the stores of the monastery. I also send back a fish tooth I pulled from the river. Please don't ask me whether fish have teeth. I just know that that fish had one when it lodged onto my calf as I washed in the river last night. I had to physically pry the fish off my calf, and it left a tooth on my calf. The reason I remembered to write to you this time, actually, is that I saw the scar left by the last time little Timmy bit my other leg. That is all. I send much kisses and hugs back with the letter. With love, your adoring son, William Faingood.